I've just got to say that was the hardest thumbnail I've ever done. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Dusty Page. I am Julian. So for this video, we're going to have a book haul. It's been a year since my book haul, and it was a mini one. The last time that I made a book haul this big was in December 2016, and that was Christmas. That was a treat for myself. But with this one, it's not just I binge bought them, it's just that I received a lot of books and I bought a lot of books. So I'm just gonna show it to you so you know what it is. Right, okay. The first book that I have to show you guys is a book that I have already read. The book is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I was actually going to make a book review of this. I filmed it already. I edited it. It was done. I just had to post it. And then the freaking iMovie, it crashed every time I opened the file. It was so just freaked me out, stressed me out, frustration. I rated this book a 5 out of 5 stars because it was so good. If you're going to read this book, the first part will be a little boring, but you have to continue it because the character development of our protagonist was just so good. At first you're like, oh, what is happening with you? Why are you so stupid? But at the end, it's just so powerful and strong. It is about this girl, and her parents was murdered by a fairy. She and her sisters were taken to fairyland, where she grew up for 10 years. And she wants to be in the court. She wants to be a knight for them, but instead she was assigned to be a spy, and we have this prince named Carden. He's the most cruel of them all. It's really good, and you should try it, but have patience because it is a high fantasy. You have the mortal world and you have the immortal world. The next book I have to show you guys is a sequel to a trilogy. It is Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman. I've been avoiding questions because a lot of people were like, have you read Thunderhead? I was like, yeah. They'll be like, did you get it in the ebook? Like, I didn't even reply. I know that a lot of you guys know the other books in this book haul, but there are books that I didn't tell you guys, so you will be surprised. You know. So this was one of it, and look at that flags. I've been annotating. I forgot to mention, I annotated The Cruel Prince. This happened. At first, I would just highlight, and the highlights doesn't mean anything, but now I have this. It is a guide for my annotation, so I know when to use the highlights and the flag. And if you can't tell, I had a lot of feels with this book. I started reading this last Tuesday. I'm not a slow reader, it's just that I would stop and be like, no, I can't handle this right now. There's too many emotions, and I can't tell you anything about this book because I might spoil you with the first one, but we have a new character. That's all I can say, Grayson, and I think some people might like him, but for me, just reading about his point of view is like making me so frustrated. Every time that he'll come up, I'm just like, why are you even alive? I am currently on page 401, and I am enjoying it so much. The next book that I have to show you guys was a book that was sent to me by the author, Somewhere in Between by Katie Lee. This is a very short book. It has like 120 something pages. She was kind enough to send me this book. There were two friends who found a portal to another dimension, and they use it so that they could escape their daily lives. They don't realize that every time they enter that world or that dimension, they alter reality. I really like the cover. It's like so weird. At first I was like, is this a contemporary? But it's not. It's actually a fantasy or sci-fi or... I should know my genres. The next book that I have for you guys was another one that was sent to me by the author, and that is Made in the Image of the Goddess by Chantal Griffin. Okay, to be honest, I don't really know what this book is about because I can't really understand like what happens in the back. There's paragraphs of what happened in the book, but I'm just gonna read it to you. And enter an epic tale of sword and sorcery. More than 200 years ago, a powerful sorceress freed her people, then vanished. As time passed, truth turned into myth, and myth became legend. The time has come again. Saranam must claim her rightful place before Xanthia falls. So the book I have for you next was a book that I got from Book Depository, and you saw my video. If you saw it, you know what this is. Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. Now, I was supposed to read this before The Cruel Prince, but then I saw Thunderhead and I couldn't. I really love Scythe, and I was like, I can't stand another day without reading Thunderhead because I need to know what happens. I had to cancel my reading session with this. I don't actually know a lot about this book. I was like, I'm gonna go into it blind, not knowing anything, just knowing that there's a Mirabelle galaxy and spaceships and sci-fi galaxy. Amazing, right? The next book I have for you guys is another one that was sent to me with the author, and that is 3 Little Words by J.M. Robson. So this book is about people who thought that you could die because of broken hearts, but they don't know that there was actually this creature who actually takes people who are brokenhearted. That creature kills them or does something to them. So this book is actually a thriller horror. I'm a little hesitant on reading it because I'm not really a fan of horrors, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go. I scream at night. It'll be because of this book. So the next book I have for you guys is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I got this from the Pouch of Love's February 2018 box. This book is about this 17-year-old girl named Alice. She has bad luck on her side. She has this storybook that her grandmother wrote, and it is full of stories, fairy tales, and all. But then her bad luck got worse when her mother was abducted, and her only lead on knowing where her mother is this note that her mother left her. Now she has to go to her grandmother's fairy tale book and enter it and into this world of fantasy and fairy tale. I'm actually excited to read this, even though it has a lot of negative reviews, because you know, fairy tale and fantasy. The next book I have for you guys was another one that was sent to me by the author, and I just got this today. So that book is The Tita, The Ballad of Tita, made by John B. Dalby. Look at the cover, it's so cute. It's purple, it's indigo, and there's a bear. So Tita father was kidnapped by this evil dragons named Voodoo. As you can see, I do not know pronunciations. Nobody wants to help her in getting her father, so she has to do it by herself with this bear. We bear bears! I'm really excited to read this because you know me with beautiful covers. I always want to read beautiful covers. The next book we have in here, I'm so excited to show you. I am so excited! So that book is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Wait for it. Wait for it. Are you happy for me? I know you're happy for me. Yep, I just bought City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I found it in a bookstore, and I was lucky enough because my uncle bought me Thunderhead at that day because I bought it and Thunderhead together, and he bought me Thunderhead and he was so nice about it. I am so excited to have all all of them in here, and it'll be like New York City, but books. The Shadowhunter Season 3 has actually aired, but I did not watch it because, you know, books are more important than movies or TV series. And even though I'm so tempted to watch it because, you know, Matthew Daddario, I can't. The book, I love you, Matt, but you have to wait. You have to wait. I'm so happy that I finally have a copy. I'm just like... So that, guys, is my book haul for today. I'm so happy. Book haul hug. This is my book haul. Okay, this is so hard. I can't. I need to put this down. Oh, that hurts my arm. So that is all, guys, for my book haul. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. I'll see you and you'll see me on the next video. Bye-bye.